guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Abna Dankwa. So today's video is actually unplanned. I wasn't supposed to record a video today. My initial plan was to mix up this is about deep conditioning. So my initial plan was to mix up my DIY deep conditioner, apply it, and then record it. But then I was like, I think it would be very good to talk about the importance of deep conditioning, the types of deep conditioning, the science behind it, and all that. So if you want to know more about it, then kindly stay. Before we head into the video, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, and let's get into it. So if you're wondering, why do I need to deep condition my hair? I've encountered a lot of people personally, face to face and online, and I'm still surprised that there are people who still do not deep condition their hair, like do not know why they need to deep condition their hair. And it is a very important step in someone's hair care regimen. So for me, my top 4 steps to taking care of my hair is to pre-pooing, washing, shampooing, conditioning, and then moisturizing. So in the conditioning bits, normally it would either be like a regular condition or a deep conditioner. For somebody who's wondering why deep conditioning is important, deep conditioning helps to restore moisture to the hair. It helps the hair to look healthier and feel softer. Helps to combat breakage by promoting elasticity of hair. And then it is a must for people with color treated hair and regular heat users. So if you are somebody who has color treated hair, you have dyed your hair, or you are somebody who is constantly using heat, blow drying, straightening, then you definitely need deep conditioning to restore some strength back to the strands of your hair. We're going to go into a bit of biology here, So when we talk about our hair, I would want to focus more on our hair shafts. So our hair shaft is made of 3 layers. We have the medulla, the cortex, and the cuticle. The medulla is the central course and is surrounded by the cortex. And then the cortex is composed of compressed, keratinized cells surrounded by cuticle. I don't know, I'm sure some of us have heard of the word keratin before. It's used in some of our hair products even as a part of the ingredients list. And then we also have the cuticle, which is like the very hard keratinized cells. So the second layer, which is the cortex, makes up the majority of hair. And keratin is essentially protein. It's composed of protein. And the cuticle is structured like roof tiles. You know how the roof going over each other like this? Yeah. From research, I saw this is quite interesting. Asian hair has the thickest cuticle, and then followed by Caucasian hair, and then followed by African hair. So we have the thinnest cuticle layer. This is why our hair is so susceptible to breakage. Our hair breaks easily, and we wonder why our hair doesn't grow as long and fast. Because the cortex, which is the largest layer, is made up of protein, we need to incorporate protein treatments into our regimen. So by saying a protein treatment, somebody is wondering like, what is a protein treatment? So that moves me into the other section of this. So we have 2 types of deep conditioning treatments. We have a protein treatment and we have a moisturizing treatment. Protein treatment, what it does is it helps to inject what we call hydrolyzed protein into our hair, and it improves hair elasticity. What the protein treatment does is it fills up cracks in our hair shafts, which usually cause breakage. So as we keep on manipulating our hair, using heat color treating our hair, there are certain cracks that form in our hair shaft, and we need to replace or fill up the cracks that have been forming, and we can do this through what we call a protein-based treatment. These cracks, when they extend, they usually cause breakage. So if your hair is breaking, it didn't just break from nowhere. The hair shaft started experiencing cracks, and this deteriorated to then causing breakage. For our moisturizing conditioner, as the name implies, it's moisturizing, so it means we are injecting moisture back into the hair. And this helps to balance water levels in our hair fibers. Usually, when you take a moisturizing conditioner, the first ingredient you should see is water. To kind of end this, I would address some facts about conditioning. So in my DMs and people that I've encountered face to face, I keep getting this question, which is how often should I deep condition? So this is based on the how your hair feels like. For me, I deep condition my hair every single time I wash my hair. I normally wash my hair bi-weekly. Yeah, so every 2 weeks I wash my hair, every 2 weeks I deep condition my hair. But which type of deep conditioning do I do? That is where the difference lies. My go-to would be a moisturizing deep conditioning treatment. For moisturizing, that is every 2 weeks. But for protein treatment, I would do that every other wash day. Your protein treatments, you shouldn't do it on a regular. It depends on how damaged your hair is. But there is something called protein sensitive. When your hair is protein sensitive, it means you have over treated it with protein such that then it's like becomes lifeless. And whenever you try to create styles like twist outs and wash and goes and all that, it doesn't come out full. It just feels flat, it just feels dead. That is like some of the signs of a protein sensitive hair. So you really want to tread cautiously when it comes to protein treatments. You don't want to overdo. Another thing is, should I deep condition my hair before or after shampooing? This might be a bit controversial, but I believe that we should all deep condition our hair after we shampoo, because you would want to deep condition your hair on clean hair. I don't
see the point of deep conditioning our hair before we wash our hair, because then you just wash out all your treatments. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes deep condition my hair prior to shampooing, but now no. I would advise that you deep condition your hair after you shampoo.
How long should I leave my deep conditioning treatments in? I think that you can, I normally do 30 minutes to an hour. It's fine for me. If you want to go longer, hey, do you. The longer you keep your treatment in, the more nutrients you extract from it. So it all depends on you, but normally 30 minutes to an hour is just fine. Cold or hot water for rinsing. That is when you are rinsing out your deep conditioning. So you should use cold water, because first, for washing your hair, you use warm water to kind of open up the hair shafts, you know. But when you are done with your deep conditioner, I suggest that you use cold water to wash your hair, because that way you close the hair shaft and it retains the nutrients and the moisture and all the good stuff that you put in your hair. Yeah, I think that is all I want to share about deep conditioning. As time goes on, I would go through a more in-depth course about deep conditioning on this channel, you know, in the near future. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna mix up my deep conditioning treatment. Now for my deep conditioning treatments, I'm actually using the leftover from my DIY oil. So if you haven't seen the video for that, kindly watch it, because that will give you the ingredients list for what I'm putting in my DIY deep conditioning treatment. For that, I would use any conditioner of your choice. I had a lot of leftover conditioner in my medicine cabinet, so I'm using that as my base. Yeah, so as I was saying, these are the oils that I got from my DIY oil. I poured them into all these cute containers. Yeah, and yep. And this is my leftover. And then this is conditioner that I have, leftover conditioner. With now, you can see the green is most likely coming in from the moringa powder that I added. Oh, okay guys, so I just finished washing my hair. So if you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna post it up here somewhere. Yeah, so you can tap on this link and it will take you right to the wash day video where I reviewed my Shea Moisture Raw Shea Butter line. Yeah, so this is my deep conditioning treatment. I've already showed you how I mixed this up. So I'm just gonna apply onto my hair, leave it on for about 30 minutes and rinse out. I'm gonna tie a scarf on this and leave this in for 30 minutes and then I'll rinse out.